All right, chemistry students, this is problem number 50 on the chapter 2 homework. And I think some of you are getting confused because maybe you're thinking too hard. Plus, the feedback that it gives you, where it might say you sorted 2 out of 9 items incorrectly, it's a little deceiving. So what you have are 3 choices that you have to match. Sorry, 3 choices that you have to match into 9 possible options. Now, because this periodic table is blank, they're trying to help you by color coordinating some of the groups. So group 1A, not including hydrogen, is purple. And then group 2A is green, and then the noble gases are all red on the far right. Okay? And then they've got a few elements, select ones that they've highlighted like just as a dark orange or yellow, something like that. So you're not going to have 9 boxes to fill, you just have 9 choices and 3 correct answers go in those choices. So let's just do the bottom one first because that is actually the easiest. So completely filled valence shell. Completely filled means you have totally full outer shell. So that would be the table that you're thinking of. You're thinking, okay, well, those are generally the p orbitals. Like the noble gases are totally happy. 8 is full. So you're looking way over on the far right. Well, there's only one choice on the far right. Okay, this upper right box. So we're dragging that over there. Completely filled valence shell. Because remember, everything wants to be like the noble gases that have 8 valence electrons. Okay, we haven't defined that rule yet, but it's called the octet rule. We will define it in chapter 3. So then they use, we can just go to the top. They use ends, and there's where you're trying to look at the periods, or the very top, and they say third shell. So when you're looking at shell, those were the same periods or rows of the periodic table. So hydrogen and helium are period 1, and then the next row that starts with lithium is period 2, and then the next row here is period 3. So if you actually look in period 3, there's nothing except this yellow square or the red square that we already filled that are the noble gases. This is where you need to know where the blocks are. The transition metals were the D block. This chunk down at the bottom is the F block. That's the lanthanides and actinides. These purple and green on the left, including hydrogen, are the S block, and then the helium also is S. And remember in here the D. So this quadrant that includes the stair step that has some metals, that has all the nonmetals, is the P block. So you're looking for in the third row or the third period, which we use those periods as shell numbers, okay, at least in the S and the P's. Obviously we differ when we get to the D's. So 2 p electrons. So if we're in the P block, 2 p electrons are going to either be choice in this yellow square or this orange square where the mouse is. Well, the orange square is, if you mouse over to the left, is the 4th period. So it's not the orange, but the yellow. Okay? Because if I was doing that element, which happens to be, what is it? 1, 2, 3, silicone, is I would be 3s2, 3p superscript 2 if I was finishing the electron configuration. Okay? And I would have to either bracket in the neon here, or I would just do the whole 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p2 for that element that's yellow, okay? So the next choice, electron configuration that has ns2, np5. So we don't know what period we are. In other words, we don't know whether we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we have to be where we have 5 electrons in the p block. So you just need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to be somewhere in group 7, the cyan or turquoise color. So the only choice for that is this choice. You can't choose the green because that would be P4. You can't choose the orange because that would be P2. Okay, and you can't choose this red on the far right because that would be P6. And you can't choose this, I don't know, more dark red because that would be P3. So that's how you matched this to the appropriate location. Okay, so I hope this helps for number 50 to help you understand this question. I think the feedback makes you think you're missing fill-ins. So let me click submit. Yay, correct. Thank you and good luck finishing the homework.